Hello students, so welcome back. In this video we are going to talk about the constraint layout. In the constraint, again we have view groups and the views, and the top level we can have only one layout. You need to remember this thing, otherwise you will not be able to write to design the GUI for your Android applications. So we have already covered the linear layout and the table layout, and now we talk about the constraint layout. Constraint layout, again, the layout is an invisible container, different way to constrain the position of the UI components, all the widgets which are present in that particular specific layout. We apply different constraints on their positioning, how they are going to position themselves. So we have two different way to position them according to the parent. And what is a parent? The screen itself, the complete screen, that is a parent, which in which that particular specific element is present. So this is our parent. If we talk about that, this constraint layout has the width and height property of the match parent, then it will be covering the whole screen. So parent top, parent left, and this is the default position for anything that you are putting in the constraint layout. By default, it is positioning itself to the top and the left side of the screen. And we also have the parent right, we also have the parent bottom. So we can tell some elements, go align yourself to the top of the parent, to the right of the parent, to the left of the parent, or to the bottom of the parent. So this is our constraint layout. Again, opening tag and closing tags. We have the height and width is covering the whole screen, and then we have the top level element, that is the constraint layout, and everything will go inside that particular specific layout. And now we have just put an edit text, and in the edit text we have the wrap content, and we say enter your name, that is the hint field, and you know very well what that hint property mean. So we again put a text view, then we put another wording and say we have a text view. And because we didn't put any constraint either in the text or the text view, what will happen? They will try to align themselves to the top left corner, so they are both overlapping. Text view is in front of that particular edit text. So we can start adding some constraints. So we are saying that layout constraint bottom to the bottom of. It means that we are saying that the bottom of this text view align itself to the bottom of the parent. So you can see that the constraint layout, that text view is aligning itself to the bottom, and of course it is aligning automatically to the left side of the screen. So bottom left, you can say that. We can also say like top to the bottom of. When you say top to the bottom of, what will happen? This particular specific text view has a rectangle, and the top of that particular rectangle is aligning itself to the bottom of the parent. So we are saying that top of that particular specific text view should align itself to the bottom. So it will, of course, it will automatically go out of the screen, not visible to the user, but yes, it is there. So we need to be very careful when we are designing the constraints. So we are also saying that here, that constrain the left of the text view to the right of what? The parent. It means the right of the parent is this line, right of the parent is this line, and the left of the text view is also this line. So they are aligning itself. So again, it will go out of the screen. So if we say something like this, the right of the text view should align to the right of the parent. So definitely by default, it is automatically aligning it to the top, and then we aligning it to the right of the parent. So this is how we can apply the positioning constraints on different elements inside the constraint layout. And these constraints only have some meaning when the widget is inside the constraint layout. If we have those constraints but the top level container is the linear layout, they does not have any meaning. So here in the we are saying that we are putting two constraints, right to the right of the parent. So the right side of this particular specific element is actually aligning itself to the right of the parent, and then we are saying that the bottom of this text view should align itself to the bottom of the parent. So it is coming to the right and the bottom. Again, we are saying that we are adding one more constraint. We are saying that bottom to the bottom of the parent, top to the top of the parent. So what will happen, both of these constraints are trying to align itself to the top and the bottom, and they have the same power or same thing. So what will happen, it will align itself automatically to the center of the screen vertically. Okay, so both of them are pulling them. This particular specific constraint is asking it to go to the bottom, this one is asking it to go to the top. So because we have they are conflicting constraints, they will center aligned vertically that particular specific text view. And if you want add one more thing, we are saying the right to the right, and we also add left to the left, what will happen, that will also align itself to the center of the screen vertically as well as the horizontal. So it's a vertical center. And if we add bias in vertical bias, it means that this particular pull is 30% and this particular pull is 70%. This power is more, although with this arrow is more, but this power is more, so it is more towards the top as compared to the bottom. So this is what you can say, that the vertical bias will affect the position of that particular specific widget. Similarly, we can also have the horizontal center. We are saying that left of this particular text view should align itself to the left of the parent, right to the right of the parent. Let me go back. So left to the left of the parent, right to the right of the parent. Again, these two constraints have the same power, so automatically it is going to align itself to the horizontal center. And because we also have bottom to the bottom of the parent, top to the top of the parent, so it will also align vertical. So it's also that particular specific element is aligning itself to the vertical as well as the horizontal center. Now we have the ID, so we assign that particular specific text view an ID. ID is something like we are giving the name. You have a name, I have a name, Abbas Malik. So maybe you can say that in the class, okay, could you please go and sit on the left of the Abbas Malik. So that is your positioning constraint inside the class. So similarly, inside our GUI component, what we are saying, we are giving them the names, and then according to that particular, using that particular name, we can position different elements with respect to each other. So for that we need a name. Okay, so we have another image view. Again, because we did not put any constraints inside it, automatically it aligns itself to the top left corner. And then we are saying that the layout constraint left of this particular specific image view should align itself to the left of this text view. I put that particular specific border of these things just to show you that actually this line should align itself, left of this particular image view should align itself to the left of the text view. Then we are saying that the bottom of that particular image view should align itself to the top of that particular text view. So it can, we can do whatever we want. Here we are saying that the top of this text view should align itself to the top of this particular text view, image view and text view. The top should align itself. Here we are saying that the top of the center So here we are not saying anything about the left or right. We are only saying that the top of this image view should align itself to the top of the text view, and by default this particular image view is aligned to the left side of the screen. So it is become like this, overlapping, but it become like this. Similarly, we can say that left of this one should align left of the text view, and the top of the image view should align to the bottom of the text view. We can also see something like this, and here we are saying that the right of that particular specific text view should align to the left of the text view, and the top of the image view should align to the bottom of the text view. So we can do as constraints. I mean, here we are saying that the bottom of the image view as well as the bottom of the text view should align themselves, and the right of that particular specific image view should align to the left of the text view. Of course, it is going out of the screen, will not be visible. The part which is out of the screen is not visible to the user. Samely, top to the top of the both tops are aligning, and the right is aligned to the left. So we can play with that particular specific scenarios, and we can position them accordingly. We have different constraints. Now we are positioning the elements with respect to each other, not the parent. Okay, so for that particular specific idea, we need the ID property. We need to assign a name to that specific element so that we can use that particular ID property to position, to apply all those constraints. So this is the constraint layout, which is two types of constraints: one with respect to the parent or the screen, or the second one with respect to the other elements which are present in the inside that particular specific layout. So next we will see more about how the user interface is translated into the objects or the instances, and we will also see how we have the click event or the long press event, and how our application can respond to those user interactions and do some useful work for our users. So that is the next thing that we are going to discuss in the next week. So hopefully you enjoyed my lecture. So see you, have a good day, bye.